Now, you're probably one of two types of men that are watching this video right now. So, man number one, you just started your men's self-improvement journey. You've been watching a lot of content creators that are telling you that on your men's self-improvement journey, you have to get rid of all women. You can't be dating women. Women are the most biggest detractors of success. They're going to distract you. They're going to hold you back. So therefore, you need to not date any type of women at all. Even if you are currently dating a girl right now, you have a girlfriend, you need to break up with her immediately so that you can be successful on your men's self-improvement journey. Then you have man number two that wants to self-improve. He wants to become the best version of himself. However, he still wants to see women, or he may have a girlfriend right now that actually treats him well, that actually deserves to be dating him, that deserves to be in his life. And he doesn't believe that he should get rid of her and break up with her just because a content creator told him that he should. And he wants to figure out how can he balance men's self-improvement while also dating either his girlfriend or dating women in general. If you are one of those two men, then be sure to stay throughout this entire video because I'm going to be answering the question, should you date girls while on self-improvement, right? Now, here's the thing. I understand where you're coming from. I watched the content creators that said that on your men's self-improvement journey, you can't be dating any women. You need to get rid of women completely until you become the man that you want to be. Maybe like some of you watching this video right now, I broke things off with past girlfriends, girls that I was seeing, all that stuff to focus on my self-improvement. Now, here's the thing. When it came to making my biggest gains in self-improvement, right? Getting in shape, starting a business and making money, getting on NoFap, quitting alcohol, doing all these things to become the best version of myself. You want to know the craziest part is that when I made my biggest gains during self-improvement, I was seeing women. I had a girlfriend. With that being said, based on my experience, I do in fact believe that you can balance out dating and self-improvement. However, there are certain ways that you need to go about this if you want to be successful in doing so. I'm going to be talking about the 5 ways to balance out dating and men's self-improvement. And at the very end, I'm actually going to have a bonus for you, a bonus tip that's going to really help you balance out dating and men's self-improvement literally for the rest of your life. With that being said, before we hop into the video, if you do want to become the most handsome and attractive version of yourself and maximize your looks, and as a byproduct, be able to start attracting beautiful women to you every single day on autopilot via dating apps, social media, and getting girls to either approach you in person or at the very least give you obvious choosing signals like how other men have been able to achieve by using IAB, my own secret method and framework, then I would highly suggest that you check out the IAB training linked down below in the description. And the pinned comment is completely free. I know it's going to provide you a lot of value and help you when it comes to becoming the most handsome, attractive version of yourself and creating a thriving dating life of women coming to you every single day. All right, man. So starting with number 1, you have to realize that you're in control. At the end of the day, you hold the power, you hold the control. And you have to realize that your girlfriend or the women that you're dating right now, they're not in control of your self-improvement. They are not in control of your progress. They can't hinder your progress. They can't hinder your self-improvement journey. Only you can. You're the only person that is in control. You're the only person that has the power to self-improve and progress in your life as a man. And you're the only one who can actually stop yourself from being able to improve, right? Because women can't be distractions unless you make them distractions. I repeat, women cannot be distractions unless you make them distractions. And men who blame women as hindrances, distractions, roadblocks to their self-improvement journey and progress are simply being victims, right? If you think this way, if you believe this, you're simply being a victim. You're essentially saying that your girlfriend or the women that you're seeing casually are in control and have the power to decide whether or not you will progress as a man on your men's self-improvement journey and whether or not you are going to become the man that you ultimately want to build yourself to become. The man that you want to develop into, you're basically saying that another woman has the power and control to dictate whether or not you're going to achieve that and be successful. That's really what you're saying. Maybe you don't think that way. Maybe you don't realize that, but that's really what you're conveying to yourself and the world and to either the girlfriend that you're dating right now or the women that you're seeing. And here's the thing to think about, man. This is a more harsher truth, but it is the truth nevertheless, is that you are more than likely low value with and without women in your life at some point. So either way, whether or not you have a woman in your life or you do not have a woman in your life, there is a point, and maybe that point is right now, which is fine because you're going to do something about it, right? Either way, there is a point in your life where you were at your lowest point. Again, that could be right now, which means that you can only go but up. Either way, at some point in your life, you were at your lowest point, you were at your lowest value, or simply had low value, and you had a girl with you, you had a girl that you were dating, or maybe you didn't. Which means what? It doesn't matter if you're dating a girl right now or seeing women casually or not. At the end of the day, the only constant thing is you. Therefore, it really doesn't matter if you're dating women or not, because you still have to put in the work to self-improve anyways. You're still in control of whether or not you're going to improve or not. Here's why I say this, is because there have been moments in my life where I would blame past girlfriends for why I wasn't as successful as I wanted to be. I would blame past girlfriends for them eating up my time when I could be spending time, working on my business, being in the gym, doing this, that, the third. But you know what also I realized is that when I wasn't in a relationship, when I wasn't in a long-term relationship, when I wasn't seeing women at all, when I wasn't dating, because I've tested, okay, how can I level up as a man with a girlfriend, or if I am dating, maybe a couple women, or maybe just a steady girl that I'm seeing casually versus not dating at all, how can I progress as a man given the two scenarios? And here's what I discovered, man, is that at the end of the day, it's all up to me. It's all up to me to progress. Right? And like I said at the beginning of the video, I've made my most gains when it came to self-improvement when I was seeing women. So if I was able to make my biggest gains with self-improvement when I was seeing women, then they can't be the hindrances. They can't be the roadblocks. Why? Because I was the one that self-improved in the first damn place. So therefore, I'm the one that has the power, just like how you do. And when you realize that regardless if you have women in your life or not, you're still gonna have to put in the work to self-develop. You're still gonna have to put in the work to improve and become the man that you ultimately want to be. She can't do it for you. No one else can do it for you but you. So this really becomes irrelevant. This really becomes irrelevant in the sense of getting rid of women, or the mindset of getting rid of women or not seeing women because they are going to distract you from your self-improvement journey. No, you are going to distract yourself. If you overindulge in dating women, if you get too caught up with maybe dating a bunch of women while you're on your self-improvement journey, that's what's going to screw you over. And here's something to think about too, especially if you don't have experience with women, man. Maybe you're a little bit younger, or maybe you're older, but you're a late bloomer. It's still best to experience and interact and date women so you can have a better understanding of women as a whole, but also how you interact with women, the type of women that are best for you, that are best suitable for you. Being able to realize the traits that you want in a woman versus the traits that you don't want. You're only going to be able to truly know that for yourself by actually going out there and having experiences with women. But you have to do this in a more controlled, strategic, and intentional way, right? So number one, realize that you're in control. A woman can't stop you from self-developing. A woman can't even slow you down from self-developing and becoming the man that you want to be unless you allow her to. And once you realize that you're not the victim, you're the one that's in control, that's actually what's going to allow you to catapult and accelerate your development as a man during your self-improvement journey. Number two, apply the 80-20 rule, man. So what I would suggest is that you implement the 80-20 rule into your schedule to balance out dating and self-improvement. So this is just for example, right? Implement this in your own way, dependent on your current lifestyle right now, your schedule and all that. But what I would suggest that you do is that you dedicate 5 out of 7 days that are dedicated to strictly self-improving, right? With no dating and minimal interactions with a woman. Now, you're going to have to adjust this if you are seeing a girl right now. If you have a girlfriend that you are in a serious relationship with, you need to maybe adjust your schedule. But in my opinion, I wouldn't be seeing your girlfriend every single day either, man. I personally wouldn't, just because how are you going to have the time to self-improve? And as the saying goes, when you're separated from somebody, the heart grows fonder for that person, right? Space and time away from each other is actually going to create more attraction and strengthen the attraction that you have with each other anyways, if you are seeing a girlfriend. But what I would suggest that you do is dedicate 5 out of 7 days to where you're just focusing on leveling yourself up as a man. Whatever that looks like for you, man. Everybody's self-improvement journey is going to be different. If you are in a season where you really need to dial in your fitness, then focus on dialing in your fitness 5 out of 7 days of the week. Don't go on dates during those days. Don't be chatting with girls, texting them all damn day. You shouldn't be doing that anyways. Don't be doing that. Don't be blowing up your girlfriend, all this stuff. Don't be seeing her every single night, right? I mean, you can do what you want at the end of the day. I'm just giving you my suggestions. But basically, dedicate the 5 out of 7 days to where you're just focusing on the things that you need to do in order to self-develop and have a successful self-improvement journey and be the man that you want to be. And then 2 out of the 7 days of that week, dedicate those days to where you're still self-improving, but you're going to then add in a date or two and interact with women. So for example, let's say Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays are for strict self-improvement. So that's when you're not dating women, you're not hanging out with women, you're not talking to women all day. If you're going to interact with a woman to maybe set up a date and schedule something, then you're keeping those interactions very minimal and strategic and intentional. But those days are for strict self-improvement where you're focusing on handling your business and doing what you need to do to level up. And then again, for example, let's say Friday and Saturdays are for dating women. So those are going to be the days that you see women, that you interact with women. You have the date nights on the Friday or Saturday, both, however you want to go about that. But those are going to be the days that you're going to reserve for dating. And the thing is, though, man, is that you're going to have to be more diligent and intentional with how you manage your time and your schedule. So what I would suggest that you do is plan your days the night before. You can either use Google Calendar to schedule out your days or simply write out your task in a notebook. That's what I prefer to do. And let women know that you're seeing, or even your girlfriend, let her know that you are only available during these days of the week to go on a date, to spend time with each other, etc. And if they can't fit into those days for that week, then unfortunately, they're not going to be able to see you because you are in a time of your life right now where you have to prioritize you. Really, you need to be prioritizing yourself every single day, every second of every minute that you're living. You need to prioritize yourself first, no matter what, for the rest of your life, regardless if you have a woman that you are seeing in your life or regardless if you're dating or not. You need to prioritize yourself first any damn ways. But if you do have a girlfriend or if you are seeing women, they need to understand that you have things going on and that you need to prioritize yourself and that your time is very valuable, as their time is valuable too. Everyone's time is valuable, but you need to be diligent. You need to be on top of things. And if they can't fit your schedule, man, if they can't see you on the days that you have available to see them or to see women, then again, they're out of luck. So apply the 80-20 rule, man. Pick whatever those 5 days look like for you that works best for your schedule. Again, I'm giving you guys my general suggestions. Everyone has different lives. Everyone has different situations. Everyone has different things going on. So apply this strategy, apply this level of thinking to however your life looks for you right now. But again, dedicate 5 days to where you're strictly focusing on self-improvement. 2 days where you see women, you interact with women, and make sure that you're tight-knit with your schedule, you're strict with it, don't waver from your schedule, and operate this way until you're in a place where you don't have to focus so much on self-improvement and you can add a little bit more room to see women, to date women, all that stuff. So that's number 2. So moving on to number 3, learn to say no and yes at the appropriate times. And this is something that I've had to work on myself, man. And that is, you have to start becoming more skilled at saying no and yes at the appropriate times to women and people in general, man. So for example, let's say you have a girlfriend or you're seeing a girl or two and they hit you up and it's a Saturday. They want you to stay in, spend time with them and watch Netflix all day. Let's say it's one of those scenarios, but you still need to hit your lift for the day. We'll simply just let your girlfriend know or the girl know that you would like to spend time with her, but you still need to go to the gym and take care of business there. You have a couple of things that you need to handle throughout the day, but at 6 p.m. that evening, you'll have time available to spend time with her. And if you as a man want to watch Netflix or whatever it is that you want to do, whatever activity that you want to do with her, you guys can do it at that appointed time. So in this scenario, you're not being an asshole in the sense where you're just saying, no, I don't want to spend time with you. I don't want to do anything with you. I need to focus on self-improvement. I need to get into the gym. I need to look like a Greek god. You're not going to be doing all that. You're just going to be like, hey, I appreciate you wanting to spend time with me today, but I still need to handle things that are on my schedule. But this evening at this time, I'm available to get together with you then. And that's the thing, man. You got to prioritize yourself and your time and respectfully decline people's invitations to hang out with you. right? This doesn't just go for women, but this goes for your friends too, like your homies, right? You have to think about something. And this is something that I've realized quite a long time ago, is that especially if you're like an entrepreneur like myself, like starting a business and nurturing a business and scaling a business, or even if you're not starting a business, but you're just in a season where fitness is the thing that you're really trying to dial in and level up in, or maybe it's your career, whatever it is, man, you have to understand that the people that you spend your time with, they're focused on other things. They're focused on other things. They're more than likely not going to be in a season where they're really focused on self-improving. So I'll give you a scenario, right? This isn't even going to be about women. When I was starting my business, man, I had to tell a lot of my friends no to hanging out with them, to going out with them, to doing this, that, the third, because I was in a season where I was starting my business, which meant what? I wasn't working a 9-to-5 job. I wasn't getting paid on the clock. I didn't have a secure income. So therefore, a lot of the minutes and hours of my day, I don't want to say they counted more than those people, because we all have the same 24 hours. All of our time is valuable because we can't get it back. But I had to be a lot more intentional, more strategic, and just overall more purposeful with how I used my time, because I was starting a business. I only got paid if I put in the work and was deserving of getting paid. I really got paid based on my results, if that makes sense. Whereas my friends, they had a steady 9-to-5 job. They had a steady income. So they didn't have to worry about how they use their time in that way, because as soon as they clocked in at 9, but then clocked out at 5, they were good. They were chilling. They were off for the weekend. So they didn't have to worry about the type of stuff that I had to worry about given the season that I was in. So therefore, you have to realize that during your self-improvement season, you're going to be on a different schedule. You're going to be on a different wavelength, a different mindset. Your priorities are going to be different than your friends, than your girlfriend, than the girls that you're seeing. You're going to have to be a lot more on the ball. You're going to have to be a lot more, again, intentional and strategic with how you use your time. You can't be as leisure with your time. You can't be as relaxed and lackadaisical with your time as maybe your friends, no disrespect to them, or your girlfriend, no disrespect to her, or the girls that you're seeing, no disrespect. You're going to have to be a lot more intentional, strategic with how you use your time, because you're in a season of self-development. They're more than likely not going to be. So therefore, you need to keep that in your mind, because they're not going to be thinking that way. They're not going to be looking at things from that way, but you will be. Therefore, you have to act in accordance with that and make sure that you prioritize yourself and your time, and respectfully decline people when they try to get you to do things on their time, especially if it's not going to benefit you, especially if it's not going to further you in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Respectfully decline their offers. But if you are able to fit them in on a time that works best for you, that suits you, that's beneficial to you, especially if they don't really have much to lose, to do things on your own time. And I know that kind of sounds selfish, but hey, if they want to see you, if they really want to see you that bad, if your girl really wants to see you that bad, if the women that you're seeing casually really want to see you that bad, or the woman that you're seeing casually really wants to see you that bad, or your friends, whomever, they'll get in line and they'll acquiesce to your schedule and your time if they really want to see you. But at the end of the day, you have to learn to say no and yes at the appropriate times during your self-improvement journey, and respectfully decline people, but give an alternative option for them to see you when it's suitable for you. So that's number 3. So moving on to number 4, man. So here's the thing. Just be upfront and honest with girls as far as where your priorities lie. So let the woman that you're seeing right now, if you have a girlfriend, or the women that you're seeing casually, let them know that you are in a period of your life where other focuses and endeavors are your main priority. Right now, you don't have to tell women that you're seeing like your whole backstory about how you're doing self-improvement. You're going to be in the gym 3, 4, 5 days a week. You're going to be on no fap. You're going to be getting rid of alcohol. You're not going to be scrolling on social media. You're going to be going on a detox. You don't need to share all that stuff, man. You don't need to share all that, but more so just simply let them know that although you would like for you two to interact with each other, you would like for you two to spend time with each other, but the period of your life right now is going to require you to focus on other things, right? You have a lot of stuff that is going on that you have to prioritize at the moment versus staying in on a Saturday to watch Netflix all day. And I'll give you an example of what I mean, because this is going to be very nuanced depending on the man, if he has a girlfriend or not, if he's seeing women casually or not. This is going to be very dependent on your situation. So apply this in your own way, based on, again, your own lifestyle and what you have going on. But a girl that I was seeing not too long ago, her biggest thing is texting. She thinks that texting is a way of being able to get to know someone, which is crazy to me. No disrespect, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense, especially when we've hung out and stuff. We've hung out in person. But I understand where she was coming from. It was almost like a way of her saying, and it was exactly this, that she didn't like the fact that I didn't text her a whole bunch because she thought that I wasn't interested. And I had to let her know, hey, listen, I totally understand where you're coming from. However, I just simply don't like to spend a whole bunch of time on my phone personally. I do what I can to limit my time on my phone just because I've noticed I'm a lot more productive and focused that way. However, I am available during these times of the day to have a conversation on the phone because I prefer to talk to girls over the phone or over FaceTime instead of texting, just because the texting it can cause a lot of problems as far as things can get misconstrued and stuff. And I just personally don't like texting a girl back and forth, but I'll let them know, hey, it's not that I'm not trying to talk to you. It's not that I don't want to speak with you. It's just I'm unavailable on my phone during these times, but during these hours of the day, this is when I'm unavailable, and I would prefer to have a conversation with you over the phone versus just texting back and forth. It can be something as nuanced and as little as that. But if you are dating a girl, you have a girlfriend, let her know what you got going on, man. Let her know that there are areas in your life that you want to dial in more, and you would like for you to continue spending time with each other. However, you do have to focus on other aspects in your life so that you can become a better man, which will also be reflected in the relationship as a byproduct, right? If you have a girlfriend or you have a main chick, man, just let her know what you have going on. And the reason why I say that is because I know some men try to do like the self-improvement undercover. You don't want to tell the girl like you're focusing on self-improvement and have all these things that you're trying to level up in. And you don't necessarily need to divulge all that information. But at the same point, especially if you have a girlfriend, man, just let her know what's going on. Just be upfront, be honest with her. Let her know that this is what you're trying to focus on in your life. This is the areas that you really want to improve in because it's going to benefit you as a man. And again, as a byproduct, if the woman is going to be with you, she's going to be able to benefit because you're leveling up as a man. And that's only going to rub off on her and the relationship. So just be upfront and be honest with her, man. That way you can get that weight off of your shoulders. You don't have to feel like you're hiding something, even though you shouldn't feel like that anyways, because again, you're leveling yourself up as a man. But just be upfront, be honest with the girl that you're dating right now or that you're seeing, and just let them know what it is. That way there's no confusion, there's no surprises or anything like that. And they may still say something, they may complain a little bit. If they're really into you, they're more so just going to be complaining about not having enough time with you, which is not the worst thing in the world, right? There could be worse things that they could complain about. But again, just let them know what you have going on. And if your girlfriend or the girl that you're seeing casually or the women that you're seeing casually, if they're really into you, man, if they're really about you, if they actually like you, they're going to be cool with it. Not only are they going to be cool with it, they're going to be supportive of it. They're going to be encouraging of it. And if they're not, then they don't really like you. They are not the girl for you. You don't deserve that. That's when I would release them at that point. Don't release them because you're trying to get on men's self-improvement. Release them if they don't support you on your self-improvement journey. So that's number 4. Be upfront and honest with girls, man, as far as where your priorities lie and what you're focusing on. So that's number 4. Moving on to number 5, man, reward yourself with dating during self-improvement. Now, if you have a girlfriend, you're already going to be doing this. And we talked about using the 80-20 rule anyways to balance out your self-improvement and dating women, but this is more so going to be a mindset shift for you. You're really going to reframe your mind as dating women as a reward for you putting in the work and making progress on your self-improvement journey. Because let's just keep it a stack here, man. Most men self-improve so that they can increase their success with women and become more attractive to women overall. Let's just keep it a stack because biologically, we are wired to do everything that we do as men so that we can reproduce with women and spread our seed. So with that being said, why don't we leverage that biological wiring and desire in our advantage to self-improve? Now, here's the thing. As a man, you want to self-improve for you. I'm not going to lie. The main reason why I got into lifting weights was because I wanted to be attractive to women. I saw how the women in high school specifically were treating the athletes and how the athletes had the lean, the strong, athletic physique that women love and crave. and I wanted that same type of attention. I'm just going to keep it a stack. However, at the end of the day, you should focus on self-improving for you and make you the center focus, because women are going to come and go. Friends are going to come and go. Hell, family are going to come and go in the sense of being in your life and really supporting you, or maybe not. But you as a man, you are going to be the constant main character of your life. So therefore, you need to put yourself first anyways. You know what I mean? But again, we're biologically wired to do everything that we do to essentially reproduce with women. When we get in shape, it's for women. When we make money and start a business or level up in our career, it's for women, right? We can say it's for ourselves, and we want to make it for ourselves as much as possible, but we can't escape a biology. We can't escape nature. Again, everything that we do does come down to reproducing with women, again, from a biological wiring perspective. So let's use that to our advantage, right? So that's why I would look at rewarding yourself with a date or two with women after you truly put in the work on yourself and to level up in your endeavors, whatever those look like for you on your self-improvement. Look at dating, interacting, and spending time with women as a reward. Even if you have a girlfriend, look at spending time with her as a reward for yourself and her, right? It's not even just a reward for you. It's a reward for you and the girl, you and your girlfriend, you and the woman that you're seeing casually, you and the women that you're seeing casually. It's a reward for you both to spend time with each other. It's not just about her. And when it's you and her spending time with each other, it's not just about you, it's you both. Right? Don't pedestalize her and be like, oh, she's my reward and all this stuff. No, it's you two in the relationship. It's you two in the situation that you're nurturing. It's a reward for you both. But to help you not believe that you spending time with women or you dating women is a bad thing, or that it's going to detract from your success when you're on your self-improvement journey, just simply look at dating women, interacting with women as a reward, man. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, man, it does feel good when you see a girl that you are attracted to, that brings good energy, she treats you well, she truly does like you, she is truly into you, whether that's your girlfriend, which that's how she should be, or a girl that you're seeing casually. The feeling of going out on a nice date with a girl or spending time with a girl that, again, is really into you after a week where you really put in the work, you know that you gave it your all that week, you know that you made a lot of progress in different aspects of your life, you simply just worked your ass off. It is pretty rewarding, and it does feel good when you go on a date with the girl or you're spending time with the girl knowing that you put in the work that week. You feel like you deserve it, because at that point, you two do deserve to spend time with each other because you put in the work. You can relax a little bit because you earned the ability to relax. This is going to sound dumb, but this is how I feel when I go and watch action movies and martial art movies. Like when I know that I put in a lot of work, throughout the week when it comes to training Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and then I go watch a movie like John Wick or something like that, man, I'll be in the movie theaters, be like, man, I feel like I deserve to watch this movie. I deserve to watch this action movie. I deserve to watch these fighting sequences because I spent the week sparring and training and all this stuff. I know that may sound silly to some of you guys, man. I'm a nerd that way. I don't know. I'm weird, but that's how I feel when I go and watch these action movies. It's the same feeling after putting in a lot of work throughout the week and leveling up, and how that's going to look for you. Because again, everyone's self-improvement journey is different. And then spending time with a woman and her spending time with you and rewarding each other with each other's time and presence, that's going to feel really good. So look at you and the woman spending time with each other as a reward for you both after you put in the work and you've done the things that you need to do on your self-improvement journey so that you can become the man that you want to be. So those were the 5 ways to balance out dating and your self-improvement journey as a man. Now let's talk about bonus number 6, because bonus number 6 is not only going to drastically improve and accelerate your progress on your men's self-improvement journey, but it's also going to help you balance out dating women even more. So let's go ahead and let's hop into bonus number 6. So bonus number 6, man, simply put, you're never going to stop self-improving. At least you should never stop self-improving. As long as you're living as a man, in some way, shape, or form, you always need to be self-improving. Because at the end of the day, man, you're going to have to develop the skill of balancing out self-improvement and dating at some point in your life. Because more than likely, you're going to want to date women. You're going to want to have a girlfriend. You're going to want to see women casually. Whatever your dating life goals are, you're going to want to experience that. But the men who are the top of the top men. If you want to become a one of none, I repeat, if you want to become a one of none type of man, but more importantly, you want to be the man of your dreams. Focus on being the man of your dreams. I heard Dr. BOA say this. I heard Coach Everett Overton say this. Shout out to them. But become the man of your dreams, man. Become the man that you've always wanted to be when you were growing up, when you were a kid, when you were imagining how you would be when you were 20, in your 30s, in your 40s, 50s, etc. Whoever that man is, whatever that man looks like, chase that man. Focus on becoming that man because you owe it to yourself. And if you can see yourself being that type of man, that means in a way you deserve to be that man in the sense where, okay, I know the type of man that I want to be. Now let me put in the work to become that man. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to stop at self-improving. Therefore, you have to make it a skill to balance out self-improvement and seeing women. But whether you have a girlfriend, you have a main chick, you're seeing women casually, no matter what type of feminine energy that you have in your life or the women that are spending time with you, no matter who those women are, they're not going to have any choice but to accept the fact that you are going to be leveling up, you're going to be self-improving, and that you're going to be dedicating a lot of time to self-improving, developing, and even maintaining the man that you want to become and develop into. If they want to be with you, if they want to date you, they don't really have any choice but to accept this fact. And the thing is, man, the right woman or the right women, if you're seeing women casually, will not only like this about you, because most men don't even put in the work to become the man that they want to be. Not only will they like this, but they will respect that. They will respect the fact that you're constantly trying to look for ways to get better. And it's not going to be just with fitness or just with money or discipline. It's going to look very differently as you progress and as you age and as you mature throughout life. But like I said earlier, man, the right woman or the women that you're seeing, they need to be supportive of this. They need to be encouraging of this, right? Even if that means that their time with you is limited because you are dedicating that time to becoming the man of your dreams, which as a byproduct, you will more than likely become the man of their dreams, even though they should already be feeling that way towards you any damn ways. But you get what I'm saying. The right woman or the women that you're seeing, if they really are about you, if they're really into you, they will be supportive of this and they will be encouraging of this, even again, if that means that their time with you is limited. But at the end of the day, man, you got to focus on doing what's best for you. You got to put yourself first. You always got to put yourself first and stay putting yourself first. Not only do you need to put yourself first if you haven't been putting yourself first at all throughout your life or not as much as you should be, which is every day, you got to stay first. You got to stay in first place. You put yourself in first place and then you stay in first place. And whoever's in your life, a woman, women that you're seeing casually, or even your friends, family members, they need to be accepting of that. And anybody that is creating resistance in your life. I know I said women can't be distractions. They can't be hindrances. Only you can distract yourself with women. Only you can give women the power and the ability to be hindrances in your life. I'm not saying they can't do things that could distract you, that they couldn't do things that could hinder your progress. They can do those things. And a lot of the times they don't mean to, but at the end of the day, you can only allow them to do those things. Just like how the saying goes, no one can really make you mad without your consent. It's the same idea. It's the same principle here. And women that are going to create resistance or fight back on you when you're trying to level up, when you're trying to self-improve, which would mean that you will have to take some time away from them or limit your time with them. If they're going to cause pushback, if they're going to cause stress on you that is unnecessary and just create more chaos and havoc instead of being encouraging, positive, supportive, and even looking for ways to help you accelerate and further your self-improvement journey, then yes, that's when you would need to release them. Yes, but you have the power to do that. You have the power to let the women that you want in your life spend time with you, be with you, bask in either your greatness that you've achieved already in your life, but you're looking to be even more great than you are, or be a byproduct of the greatness that you will achieve as a man. At the end of the day, you are in control, like I said at the beginning of this video. You have the power, right? You have to be disciplined aware, strategic, and intentional with how you spend your time and who you spend your time with, and realize that no matter who you spend your time with, no matter who is in your life, you are in the ultimate driver's seat. You are in control of your progress as a man. Nobody else, especially women. And when you understand that, you will realize that women can't be distractions. Women can't stop you from self-improving. Only you can. Only you can. With that being said, again, if you want to maximize your looks and become the most handsome, attractive version of yourself so that you can start attracting beautiful women who are highly into you, sweet, kind, feminine, friendly, supportive, and encouraging, and be able to attract these type of women to you every single day on autopilot, whether that's through dating apps, social media, or them coming to you in person, or them giving you choosing signals so that you can warm approach them in person. Just like how other men have been able to achieve this by using IAB, then definitely check out the IAB training that I have linked down below for you in the description and the pinned comment. It's completely for free and you're going to get a lot of value from it, I promise. And if you got a lot of value from this video, please give it a like, subscribe for more videos like this. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one.